Teaching your child to read is an adventure, but it's an adventure that comes with a wonderfully clear map. Charlotte Mason outlined 3 simple and logical steps to get your child reading with confidence. So let's start at the beginning and talk through her 3 levels for teaching reading. Level 1 is where your child will play with letters and sounds. They will learn the letters and the sounds that they make just through playing, nothing formal at this point. And if the child is not interested in playing with a letter or a sound, or don't push it. We want this level to be very natural. Just as your child learns about animals and their sounds incidentally through books and life experiences and play, that's how he should learn about letters and their sounds. Keep it low-key. Then level 2 is word building. Once your child knows the letters and the sounds they make, he starts putting those letters and sounds together to build words. And this is the point where basic phonics comes in. But again, this level is still very informal. Even at this stage of learning, where he's reading short vowel words and long vowel words, it should still be as play to the child. Once he knows a couple of hundred words and has this idea of word building down, then he moves on to level 3. Level 3 is where you actually have reading lessons. Now you might think, wait a minute, I thought we were doing reading lessons all along. But when Charlotte Mason talked about reading lessons, she meant reading lessons, reading sentences and paragraphs and chapters. And this is the level where the lessons become more formal, but they are still multisensory and they're kept very short, 10 minutes maximum. We have kits to help you walk through the process. Kit number 1 is called Playing with Letters and Sounds, and this kit will give you lots of great ideas for games and activities to help your child learn the letters and the sounds that they make through playing. Level 2 kit is called Words I Can Build, and it details lots of games and activities to help your child start putting those letters and sounds together to build words. Then Kit 3 is called From Words to Books. It gives you multisensory, short lessons that will help your child move from reading individual words to reading whole sentences and paragraphs and eventually books. And these lessons are outlined just as Charlotte Mason detailed them in her writings. So the next question is, how do you know where your child is in this process? Well, let's walk through the levels. First, does your child know the letters and the sounds they make? Perhaps your child doesn't know any of the letters or the sounds yet. That's fine. You just know you'll start at the beginning. Maybe your child knows some of the letters, but not all of them. You need to start with level 1. Maybe he knows uppercase letters, but not the lowercase. He would still be right there at level 1. And if he knows the letters, but he hasn't learned the sounds they make yet, level 1 would still be the best fit. Now, he doesn't have to know every possible combination of letters and every possible sound that it might make in any situation. He just needs to have a good grasp of the main sounds at this level. If your child knows the letters and the main sounds that they make, then look at level 2. At this level, he will be learning to read words. Can he read short vowel words? Just short vowel 3-letter words? Can he read long vowel words? How about words with vowel combinations or blends? If you answered no to any of those questions, level 2 is the place to start. Obviously, we don't expect the child to be able to read every short vowel or long vowel word there is at level 2, but he should be able to build and read a couple of hundred words before he's ready for level 3. If your child is reading short words in the environment around him, or perhaps he's trying to read simple, easy reader type books that use only short words, Level 3 would be the best fit for him. Level 3 is also good for older children who are reluctant readers. Perhaps your child just needs more confidence and some gentle, encouraging lessons to help him gain fluency. I've talked with a lot of homeschool parents who have used Kit 3 to help a reluctant reader, and it's been a good fit for that situation. So, there you have the overview of how Charlotte Mason approached teaching reading to children. Start with learning letters and sounds through play. When they're ready for more, move on to word building, but it's still done through informal activities and play. And finally, when the child knows a couple of hundred words, you can move to actual reading lessons, but keep them short and keep them multisensory. I'll talk more about each of those levels in separate videos and demonstrate what a reading lesson would look like with Charlotte's brilliant approach to teaching reading. You can check out those videos for more.